I do believe you are ready to finish up your oil pastel drawing now. Woo! It's due on Friday, and I'll make sure that that gets in there and everything, and there should be a progress report from your palette. So here's my finished color palette. My color scheme obviously is primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. I've got my tints, I've got my tones, and I've got my shades. So that with the saturated color with white, saturated color with gray, saturated color with black. And I've got my oil pastel drawing. Many of you asked, where is that paper? Well, it was in your original supply box. And most of you actually had the grid already on it. You just hadn't quite finished up where we were headed. But there were a few of you who were absent the day we did it in class, and so you had to start from the very beginning. But here's my drawing. What I need to do now is actually color this using these colors. That's my color palette. So the first thing you want to do, tickle in my nose, is get the supplies that you need. One, you need your color palette that you just finished and hopefully have already showed to me, because if there's any errors in it, we want to fix it before you go do your artwork. Okay? You should have your paper for your oil pastel drawing. You should have 8 oil pastels. Well, I take that back. I don't know how many you're going to have. It depends on what your color palette is. I am not going to need my red, my green, my green, orange, or violet, but there's not a violet anyway. So I've got my red, yellow, blue, my white, my gray, my black, okay? If you were doing a different color palette than that, if you did secondary, you're going to need violet, green, and orange. If you did monochromatic, you'll just need the color that you chose plus black, white, and gray. If you chose analogous, you'll need the 3 colors that are sitting next to each other on the color wheel that you chose, plus black, gray, and white. And trying to think what else. Complementary, you'll need your 2 complementary colors plus black, gray, and white. And I can't think of anything else. And you will need your tortillon. A tortillon is a blending tool that is wonderful for oil pastels. And I'm going to show you also how to take care of this so that it stays nice through all of your stuff. And you will need a pencil and a sheet, one of those small half sheets of paper. It's just the thin stuff. And that's really just for cleaning off your tortillon or your oil pastels or whatever. Probably most of you noticed, and I should have probably done it in the last video, some of you noticed that when you started mixing gray or black or white, whatever, it got that color on your oil pastels and made them dirty. I hope you were wise enough to just go, oh, I probably should clean that off before I start going. My white's pretty clean right now, but I'm going to show you how to do that. Here's where we get to change things around a little bit. All right? Hopefully, we've got this where you can kind of see it. I'll try and turn it around for you. I want to start with my pencil. I'm going to look at this and go, okay, which parts of this do I want bold red? Which parts do I want the saturated, okay? Which ones do I want saturated? Which ones do I want with tint? Which do I want with the tone? And which do I want with the shade? So, for example, I've got her pants here. I'm going to do them in blue, but there's areas where I'm going to want to use tint because the light shines on the pants. Okay, she's got a light right here that's going to be shining, so probably right here in the front I'm going to want my tints. I'm probably going to want the tones somewhere in between, and towards the back I'm definitely going to want some shade in there. So I'll be using my blue, but I'll be using the tints, the tones, and the shades, as well as the saturated blue in there. So you want to be careful that you're thinking about where light sources are coming from and whatnot. Her shirt, I actually forgot to draw the little sun on there. I want it to say I'm your sunshine. But that light will also be shining on there. So anywhere where the light is shining, you're going to want tints of your color. But you've got to decide what's going to be what in here. Now these over here, because they're on a blue background, my shadows, these are cast shadows typically. I mean, they're really just dark men that are scary. But I'm going to play as if they are cast shadows on the wall, and they're going to be completely black. They'll just be solid black. So one of the questions that I have a lot of students ask is, can I use just white and just black in it? Yes, absolutely you can. But let's show you how to use these. I think I just dropped one. Good lesson in having somewhere to set them so that they don't roll off the table. All right, I'm going to start with this blue right here. I know I want her pants blue, but I know they're going to be a tint right through here because that's where the light is shining closest. So I'm going to take my white and I'm going to color that in. And you'll see that it gets kind of some blue on it. I'll show you here in just a second how to clean that off. And she's got a little bit of wrinkly stuff going on in her jeans. So I want to make sure I'm getting those in there. All right, getting that in there. And then I'm probably going to want some of my tone. So I'm going to put, let's see, let's put some gray on there. Oh, sorry, that's the black. We don't want the black. We're going to put some gray on there. And then I'm going to take my white. This is how you clean them, okay? I'm just going to swipe, turn it, swipe, turn it, swipe, turn it, swipe, turn it, swipe. That cleans it off pretty well and keeps it so that you have a little point on it if you want a point on it. All right? So that will help with that. Then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to blend in, excuse me, my blue. And this is where your tortillon comes in really handy. My tortillon I can take and actually, so I don't have to use my fingers or get my fingers gross or anything, I can blend those two together. And it blends them quite nicely. I've still got my lighter on here. And you can always go back in also with some lighter if you want it lighter. All right. Then I'm going to go in with my saturated color. And I'm going to actually color that in quite dark. I don't want any paper. Remember, when it's saturated, there's nothing showing through. It's a solid color. All right. Again, I can use my tortillon to kind of blend those together. Tortillons are so nice to have. They save you from going through 100 tissues or paper towels or your finger and getting pastels all over your finger, which then, of course, spread onto your paper. So I'm getting a nice look on her pants here. Now, back where the light doesn't shine, we're going to have something a little bit darker. So that's where I get to use my shade. I'm going to add just a little bit of black in here. You guys have already probably learned how quickly that black will blend in. And my blue on top. And I've got this nice shade. And again, I can kind of drag that a little bit and blend it into the other so that it becomes very rounded. It's got a rounded look to it. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Now, let's talk about cleaning off your tortillon. Very similar thing. Do it on its side, all right? And rub, turn it, rub, turn it, rub, turn it, rub, turn it, rub. You're going to continue doing this until no color comes off of it. If there's color still coming off of it, it's not clean enough to use on another color. All right. And it looks like I've got most of mine off now. And that, if you do it on its side, then it keeps its nice point so that you can do little tiny areas if you need to. And the nice thing is, too, you've got two sides. So there you go. Now, I am going to continue working on this, deciding what color goes where. Again, I'm going to do these in a solid black because I want them to look like a cast shadow. I'll get her shoes in. She needs some yellow in there. I haven't put any yellow in. Her shirt is going to be yellow, and I'll be using some tints, tones, and shades on that as well. And I'm going to continue on. I don't want you to have to sit and watch me do this. I'm hoping that was enough to show you how you can create something three-dimensional looking by using those tones, tints, and shades of your color. But I'm not going to use any other color but red, yellow, blue, black, white, and gray. Nothing else on this picture. And I hope that helps you. I will show it to you again as soon as I'm done so that you can see a finished product. Thanks.